Hey guys, so you want to set up Google Ads for your high-ticket dropshipping store? I'm here to tell you today the best way to do that. My name is Trevor with Ecommerce Paradise. I've been doing high-ticket dropshipping for like 15, 20 years, and I know a lot of stuff. I've learned a lot from different people over the years, and I've been very successful with high-ticket dropshipping now. I've sold my stores, and I'm doing full-time agency work where I help high-ticket dropshipping store owners to build, launch, and scale their high-ticket dropshipping stores. If you want more information on that, go to ecommerceparadise.com. So today, I just want to tell you about our Google Shopping Ads model. It's pretty simple. Some other people do it as well, but it works really well. And the whole point of it is you can, with Google Shopping Ads, you cannot target specific keywords. Google will do that for you. But using a specific funnel system that we use, we are able to tell Google Shopping to specifically target certain types of keywords for different campaigns. And the way we're doing that is with priorities and negative keyword lists. So our general Google Shopping ad campaign list is 3 campaigns. The first campaign is a high priority campaign set up for all of the generic keywords, so category-based keywords throughout your entire catalog. Google will, look at your the Google feed will be filled with your title, your description, things like that, and Google Merchant Center will look at that and kind of figure out what every product is about, and then Google Ads will be able to tell that, and their algorithm will say, okay, this person searched for this, category keyword, and then they're going to match that to that product. Okay, and if you choose to optimize your best performing ads, they're going to throw everything at the wall to see what sticks for the first maybe week or two, and then once they get some data on what people like to click more than other times for certain search queries, they're going to serve those more often. Okay, it's their algorithm doing its thing, and so I recommend doing it. It definitely helps in the long run to get more eyeballs on your products, because they're seeing what people like and they're seeing what people click on, and they're serving that more to those other viewers and stuff like that. So definitely choose those settings when you're setting up to optimize to prefer the best performing ads. Do not allow Google Shopping to send your shop feed to other networks and stuff, because the other networks are not going to have the same setups, and they're not going to be able to provide you a good return on your ad investment like Google Shopping specifically will. So there's lots of different ways to set up a campaign, but with Google Shopping campaigns, the first one you'll want to do is that generic campaign, high priority, and you want to create a generic negative keyword list. A generic negative keyword list is going to include things like, what is, and how much, and stuff like that. It's just keywords that are more informational. How much might be actually transactional, so that's probably a decent one to keep. But there's a huge negative keyword list that we keep in our agency account that is includes big box store negative keywords like Amazon, Wayfair, and things like that. So if people are searching for those stores specifically and they click on your ads, they're less likely to buy from you. They're more likely to click on your ad and then click out and go back to that other stores. So you'll need a generic negative keyword list, and definitely let us know, because we do this service for our clients. So if you need help with your Google shopping ads and stuff like that, and just setting that up and scaling your store, go check out our scaling service at ecommerceparadise.com/scaling. It's a part of that service, and we do a bunch of other stuff for you, like Google shopping feed setup and optimization and all that stuff. So you'll definitely want a generic negative keyword list. Now the next thing you'll do is set up a brands campaign. This is really easy to set up. It's just basically a copy and paste of your generic campaign, and the only difference is you make the priority medium, and then you set up a negative keyword list for each of your brand names to be phrase match negative keywords, and specifically phrase match. Now, what that means is you have to put a quotation mark around the name. So in Shopify, you can go there and you can download a list of your vendors really easily, and just copy and paste that in there and make them all phrase match, and then use a tool like the keyword match type tool. It's a website. Go to Google keyword match type tool, where they can automatically do it for you. And then you plug that in there and you apply it just to the generic campaign. What that's going to tell Google is that they cannot serve ads from your generic campaign, which is also, by the way, going to be the lowest bid campaign. Generic bids should be only around 10 to 15, maybe 20, 25 cents at the most. The reason why is because you'll get a ton of traffic to that stuff. And you really got to figure out later on down the road what products convert in your generic campaign. And you only serve those products. And they're usually the lower price point products. Just FYI, anything under $1,000 is more of an impulse buy decision and doesn't require so much more of the customer's research journey. So once you set up the brands campaign, you set a little bit higher bid, maybe like 50 cents to $1, depends on your market, and you'll figure out over time how much your competitors are bidding those brand names and stuff like that. And then you'll have to try to get close to that or see what sticks, again, what products are selling and stuff like that. But after that, you'll set up a products campaign. The products campaign is going to be the lowest priority campaign. It's going to be also the highest bid. So maybe around $1.50, $2, $3, or $5. Depends on your market, depends on your competitors and how much they're bidding, because everything is kind of a bid system. It's a system where all the competitors are bidding at once, and then Google sees that and they kind of place that based on the bids, plus they based on the quality of the feed. And you'll be assigned a feed quality over time. You can improve that by improving your Google Shopping feed. I use the Simprosis Google Shopping feed app to improve my feed. You can also distinguish between high margin and low margin products using custom labels, which is something I do for clients that works really well. And also, you'll be able to change bids based on brands or products specifically. Like if you see something overspending, under converting, you can lower that bid if you want. Yeah, so once you get that set up, you're going to apply the products campaign to just the generic and the brands campaign. That's going to tell Google, again, that you do not want it applied. Those search terms are going to be only the SKU numbers and model names of your products. So you'll go through and extract the entire list of SKU numbers from your store, upload that to your negative keyword list for products, and then you can apply that to the generic and brands campaign. It's going to push all the search queries down to your products campaign, which is also high bid, and that's going to make it so you bid on those specific SKUs and model keywords. You'll have to do it separately for the model keywords because usually models aren't SKU numbers, but sometimes they are. But yeah, you want to bid model and SKU number and stuff, and that's going to make it so that only those long tail search terms basically get bid on the highest, and then those are the people that are low-hanging fruit. They're looking around, they're trying to find the best deal, and then you just want to optimize your store, check out your ad spend every day, see what's converting, what's not converting, see what is spending a lot, and then optimize those things, add reviews, add better descriptions, make sure your price is competitive with the competitors, make sure your images are really good, add some videos, multimedia, make sure everything else is good. Just compare your listings to your competitors' listings and improve your offer. Maybe you'll have to do some free gifts, some extended warranty, or some other offers. Maybe some variants are missing from your website that are on the supplier's website, if they're selling directly, or the competitor's website, stuff like that. So this is basically the best Google Ads setup. To back this up, you've got to do dynamic display remarketing ads. That's the next thing. Really easy to set up. Just make sure when you set up your display campaign that you're setting it up to apply to a feed, or your Google Merchant Center feed, which should already be attached to Google Ads. And that way it'll show specifically the products that somebody's looking at on the website. And that's about it. Super simple Google Ads setup. You can do more. You can do search text ads if you want. You can do dynamic search text ads, let Google kind of do the work for you. And search text ads convert sometimes. So you basically set up sort of the same way, but you'll need to do all the sales copy, which is really easy to do nowadays with AI. But you'll want to target specific categories, specific brands, specific SKUs and model names, and you'll have to set up a separate campaign for each level and stuff like that. So it's a lot of work, but it can help. It's all about getting traffic from different parts of the Google search engine's results page, and then optimizing your site to get traffic from AI sources like ChatGPT and other stuff, and then optimizing just sending out a bunch of social media posts all the time, and growing your social media following, building your email list, making sure you're getting backlinks from other websites out there like news sites and stuff like that. And it's just it's putting all the pieces together, connecting all the dots, and making it work. So that's the breakdown, guys. If you want help setting this up, definitely go check out my scaling service, ecommerceparadise.com/scaling. If you want to set up a store for you, you can go check out my turnkey done for you service, ecommerceparadise.com/turnkey. Thanks so much. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you next one.